2. Hello, I am Sarah, and today I am here to talk to you all about personal struggle and some real struggles that I have had in my life with stress and depression, and how staying physically active can really help your life. I say struggle because I have not always been as diligent as I should be about exercising. I get hit with a little bit of life stresses, like taking a biology and chemistry and public speaking course in one quarter, and I tend to put my physical well-being to the wayside. However, I know the reality of what I should be practicing. Almost 2 years ago, I got into a terrible accident, one that had me bedbound for a week. My husband and I had to use a pillow between us to lift me out of bed, just so I could try and be part of the normal day-to-day. It was at that time I realized how precious the ability for movement was within my own being. After 4 to 6 very tough weeks, I realized I was extremely depressed. Yes, it did have to do with the car accident. However, there had also been other times in my life where I had felt knocked down and emotionally fallen into depression. But this time it was visceral. So I started doing yoga 3 times a day. This was after I had healed up from the car accident a year ago. And on my off days, I would get on my stationary bike, and I took to physical activity so ferociously because not being capable to do so was so difficult that not doing it when I could was sad. I have this body. I'm lucky that I have this body, and being able to move and appreciate its capabilities when I could was what I had to do. I had also at that time been seeing a counselor. Like I said, I was quite depressed. Realization after that car accident of who I was really sparked me to get back to life. My path at that time was unknown. It's difficult to see the forest for the trees. It's not until we step out of the forest that we realize where we are. Nicole Van Kim and Tobin Nelson wrote on September 23rd, 2013, that in their article, Vigorous Physical Activity, Mental Health, Perceived Stress, and Socializing Among College Students stated that students who met vigorous physical activity requirements were less likely to report poor mental health and perceived stress than students who did not meet these recommendations. I found this to be true within my own experience. With counseling and yoga, I flip-turned quite rapidly. Not only did the counseling support my yoga practice, but my stamina started to grow, and so did my strength, which helped my confidence and my mental posture. After a few months into counseling, I found that my counselor kept saying, with the body work you're doing and your attitude, you're doing great. Now I know what she was talking about. Not only was I getting stronger and losing weight, but I was feeling better about myself. I was gaining muscle and habits that were helpful to me and helped me dig myself out of my own depression. COVID and the realization of where I am at today, while not a car accident, sure has felt like one this year. I assume I'm not the only one who has been struggling with the new sedentary style of this world. Most of us sit behind a computer screen not far from our beds, that's close to the fridge and the television and all the other comforts of home. The article, Changes in Personal Activity and Sedentary Behavior in Response to COVID-19 and Their Associations with Mental Health in 3,052 U.S. adults, written by Jacob Meyer and colleagues, stated that increased screen time is associated with worse depression, loneliness, and stress, with self-isolation quarantine being associated with higher depressive and anxiety-causing symptoms compared to social distancing. Our inactivity and isolation is making things worse for our mental health. The largest reason I know this is true is because of my own life journey. That year prior and seeing it firsthand what it was like to lose my mobility in an instant, then also fixing myself with the power of movement and a yoga practice. I was able to see the difference in myself and the ability of others to be able to do the same if they only tried. As I said earlier, I myself am not always as committed to my physical health as I should be. It seems so easy to get busy and forget. As with the last 2 quarters, I have kind of recoiled back into seclusion of studies and social distancing. It is difficult to get out like we all used to. It's difficult to get out of our pajama pants if we're just staying at home and onto the yoga mat if we're there. Just remember, being physically active in a way that is not harmful to your body is important. It can do all kinds of good for you within. Check in with yourself every now and then and realize that depression is as easy as feeling numb as it is being melancholy or feeling lonely. It can sneak up over time as well as hit you quick and fast, but it's up to you to stay diligent. Keep a weekly routine of physical activity in your schedule to keep yourself on top of the situation. Be gentle with yourself in these troubling times, and remember to give yourself some peace. The mental health of everyone right now, especially with the strange holiday changes, is real. Give yourself some grace, and remember, there is no better time to start something new, especially something for your health. Thank you.